Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam. This is my channel, Adam Sews, and this is this week's Friday Sews. So in order to get this out today, because of it being so late in the day now, I am going to hopefully try and get this all done in one take with no editing whatsoever, which is why there might be a few hiccups here and there, but I want to get this out on a Friday. It's late and I don't want to get it out too late. Today has been a bit of a wipeout. I was supposed to get a load of things done, but I didn't really get anything done today. I have got some stuff to talk to you about which happened earlier in the week, but I woke up feeling a bit off this morning and haven't really felt right all day, and I've spent most of the day going through the final stages of Darren's quilt my husband has been making. So I will go through what I'm wearing. This is my Schitt's Creek t-shirt, which I made using the Grasser oversized tee pattern, which is in about the 3 last description boxes of all 3 vlogs that I think I've done. It's really, really nice, really lovely fabric, and that's that. What have I made this week? I have made quite a few things this week, actually. I've made project bags, I've made all sorts of different things. So I made some bits and bobs for one of my lovely friends that contacted me. You will probably see it on her channel soon. She asked me to make her a couple of things, so I did. They've been posted. They should be there tomorrow, I believe. She should get them tomorrow. But what I have made is 2 more, which are going to be going live on my site this evening. So these are little sort of mini project bags. These are great for cross stitch, embroidery, different things like that. This one has got the little ribbon on there of the hedgehogs, and then the back of it is some of the bunnies from the new Besties range, some of the neon fairy flakes and some rainbows, and it's got a little purple handle. The other one that's going live is this one here, which has got the trash pandas, the raccoons on the back. It's got a little ribbon on there. It's got a blue zip with the rainbow zip tape, and then it's got a little yellow handle, and this one's got the hamsters from Besties, the chubby cheeks, and then it's got some of the original polka dot and some fairy flakes on there. The other thing that I've made this week, which is a new to me design, so it's something I've been working on. I might write it as a pattern. It depends whether anyone's actually interested or not. These are on my website already. These went live yesterday. These are, so basically these are these little wrap pouches. So they've got a little tie that wraps around them, and you can tuck it through so that it allows it to expand depending on what you've got inside here. So these are quilted little wraps, so they open up and they've got 2 zipper clear vinyl pockets either side, which you can put like threads and English paper piece in, pieces that are pre-basted or anything like that. So if you want to go on a train or a bus or a flight or anything like that, they're really great because you'll be able to put your needle minder with your needle and different things in the little sort of felt needle pad here, or your sew tight or whatever you use, or you could put embroidery needles in there or so on. It's got 3 little pockets here, which will be really great for snips, pens, marking tools, anything like that. And then the whole thing just folds in on itself. You wrap this round and tuck it into the strap itself, give it a little tug, and because these are actually made from the neon stripe, the neon ink actually on here actually does cause a bit of friction, so it just stops it coming undone basically. And this one's got the beautiful kabloom on the outside with some of the new reprint of the birds and the bees ribbon. The second one that I've done is from the homemade range, which has got the homemade ribbon on it here. This has got the green neon stripe on it, and this one has got the same 2 pockets on the inside. It's got the goldfish again down the bottom with 3 little pockets. And then it's got the little needle minder section as well. So I really like these. I think they're really great. I'm going to make myself one of these from line work, I think, because I want one for all of my EPP for when I'm on the train and different things. Like when I went to see Catherine last week in London, I would like to have something like this that I can grab, stuff all my EPP in and just make a few blocks up while I'm on the train. So those are live. I also made this one here, which is a similar sort of pattern, but this is from Anila Hoy. And to be honest, I wasn't mad keen on how it went together, so I sort of just went, you know what, I don't know why I've followed a pattern when I could have just made it up myself anyway. So yeah, it's a good pattern. It's just the dimensions, trying to tuck this flap into this front strap here is just a little bit tricky. Although I did make some modifications to the pattern and put a vinyl pocket on the inside of that flap because I thought the flap was a bit sort of null and void without anything on it. But yeah, again, cute little pattern, just quite small in terms of what I thought it was going to turn out, which is why I then went on to make one from my own pattern, which is quite substantially larger. So that's what I've been sewing this week, really. I have, this morning, before I just discovered that probably better off not doing anything today, I did actually sort out quite a lot of my sewing room, and I've been trying to go through it this week and get rid of stuff that I don't need. It's kind of off the back of what Jen's been doing in her sewing room and trying to minimise down the clutter and to not buy anything to store stuff rather than just getting rid of the stuff that you don't need in the first place. So there was a lot of things in here that I used for making my art dolls, which you can just about see 2 of them sat here. And I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I don't really need so much stuff down here that I don't use on a regular basis. So I have moved some of my art doll making supplies and different things into my loft so that they're out of my way. It's created a lot more storage down here. I've also got rid of a lot of stuff this week. I've gone through and just recycled a lot of PDF patterns that I wasn't using anymore. They were taking up a lot of storage space, and just shuffled stuff around. I also had a few little quilt kits and different things in here that I don't have time to make. So I've actually donated those to my husband because he wants to see what it's like to make a quilt from a quilt kit rather than cutting, buying all the fabrics and trying to find them all, this, that and the other. So I thought, well, they're perfect little kits that he can do when he's got downtime and wants to just sew something without really having to think about it too much. So I did, however, get some fabric this week, which I'm just going to quickly grab. So on the talking about quilt kits and different things like that, the oak apple haberdashery that I was saying about last week having a sale on, I ordered some Laurie Holt fabrics for Darren so that he could make a quilt from them because he really likes the Laurie Holt fabric. So I ordered fat quarters of most of the fabrics that she had on there. So he got a big bundle of fat quarters, and then I ordered him some of the backing fabric so that he can basically cut whatever quilt or thereabouts from the stuff that he got, because there's a lot of different quilts that Laurie does. One of them being the Millie's Dresses quilt, which I will pop a link to the Fat Quarter Shop pattern version of that down below if you want to have a look at it. But it's basically like a vintage style dress block. So the actual block of the quilt is made up of dresses, and they're really, really pretty. Some of you may already know them. And I think that I'm going to try and convince him to make that because I would really like that quilt in our house somewhere. But while I was ordering, I did order some of the cheetah print, which is this one here, which has got the blocks on it that say Home Sweet Home and different things. And the reason why I ordered this is because I had one of these cheetah cloths already, which I've actually used to recover my ironing board in my room, which I don't know whether I've shown you. If I haven't, I will try and pop a picture in here. And yeah, so that's that really. I am going to, however, try and edit in a little bit of footage now of my... I'll do a quick scan around of what's changed in the sewing room and what it looks like now. So basically, when you enter the sewing room now, everything's pretty much laid out how it was before. You come in, I've got some art, 2 of my art dolls sat there, and my Everglow prints. I've got all of my fabric here. I've got more overflow of Tudor fabric there. There is my ironing board, which I've recovered in Laurie Holt cheetah print. So I can move that one off there and show you this one. So that is my Laurie Holt. This is all my bag making, vinyls, foam, different things, such and such. This is some of my works in progress, my blocks, which you've seen before. And then over here in the corner, not much has changed. I've cleared quite a lot of space along here. So all I've got now is my stationery there. My featherweight's just sat there at the moment because I've been using that to piece some of the Laurie Holt blocks that I've been working on. There's my beautiful Juki and my other Juki. Yeah, so this is sort of like my work area over here. So I've got my Juki, which is what I do all my bag making and different things on, and my overlocker as well there, which I've got on the... It's got a micro adjustment on the width of the actual stitch, so you can actually narrow the stitch down, which makes it a perfect 1/4 inch. So yeah, as I was saying, the perfect 1/4 inch on that means that it's got a micro width adjuster or something. I can't remember what it's called, something like that. And it means that you can shrink the width of the stitch right down, so it actually falls into a 1/4 inch seam, which is really great because it means that I can overlock my bags and seal all the edges before I bind them, which means that when I'm binding them, I'm not constantly trying to tuck loose threads into the binding, because you do have kind of like, it's a bit like that thing where you have to sweep stuff under the mat rather than just getting the vacuum cleaner out, I guess. So yeah, that's it for me this week pretty much. I will catch up with you again next week if I don't see you before. Have a fab weekend. Enjoy some sewing if you can get some in. I'm hoping to get some sewing done tomorrow. Maybe Sunday as well. Who knows? And I will speak to you all soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.